I got my one shot wheel. Interesting.
There it is.
There we go.
What is up? Welcome to my first devlog on this new game I'm making. You're gonna notice it looks kind of trash right now. This is all kind of placeholder stuff. Currently what we've got is a kind of PvP game where you have all sorts of weapons. You can throw, animations need to load so it looks a little weird. You can throw the cinder block, it goes boom. You can knock people over. Most of these weapons are knockback weapons. I just added this chainsaw, and at the shop you can see there is a picture of each one. You buy it for a certain amount. You can buy a grenade, and this is one use, so you throw it. Oh, and it blew me up. Let's try that again. Not entirely sure why it did that. There we go. And those blow up. You can also buy mines, and these do not blow you up, but they will blow up other players, which is the whole point. Although, something cool is you can throw things on them and they will blow up as well. Basically, the gist of this game is you ever seen that gif where there's the guy like gambling and he's like putting his hands all over the machine and he kind of looks at the camera all like scary? This game's kind of just trying to encapsulate like the hilarity of addicted people, but also like in the process you kind of become addicted. So there are these wheels that spawn, and as you can see there's one over there that's got 10 times reward, but these wheels spawn randomly. You get a random reward, it shows some particles, gives you a little this, and then obviously if you get a better wheel, you will get a better reward. But the point of the game is that these take a little bit to spin. It takes a second. I think I'm going to increase the time it takes. And so the point of all the weapons, because all these wheels are one use, so the point of the weapons is to knock people away from your wheel. So if a good one spawns, you can, depending on what weapons you have quite a variety, you can knock them away. So most of the weapons are knockback. You'll gain money, and then with that money you can spend it on the crypto market, which this is a whole working system as well. It's at 2 right now, and I bought mine for 50, so this is not a good time to sell. Actually, it won't even let me. And then this balance, I have 45. I have the max amount. You can increase that by rebirthing, and this increases every time by 10,000 every time you rebirth. So I have 8 rebirths, so it's 95,000 because it starts at 15,000. And you get this from rebirthing. I have a couple more weapons planned. I have this weapon, which basically, oh look at that. There's a golden wheel with a 2 times reward over there. That would be something people would fight over. As you can see, it takes a little bit longer to spin, so more time to knock people off. The better the wheel it is, the longer time it takes to spin. This weapon initially was a spec, but I'm going to add it as a one-use weapon. It basically has a very large hitbox, and it's kind of just a funny weapon. It will home run people. It makes the full sound. Maybe I'll show it in a different devlog. But you've probably noticed in the rebirth that this number is not this number. I have a lot more money than that. And that is because this is your total cash. So this number will be different than this. I did this because I didn't want people to spend their money on these and feel like they're missing out on their rebirth because they're spending money on things that are fun. So this is counted separately. And you might still be asking though, why do I have 185,000? How do I have 185,000? I needed it for testing, so I gave it to myself. This is not an amount you would have often. Obviously there's no animations, you just kind of like run really fast when you sprint, but you can double tap to sprint as well. You've probably noticed as well, there's keys, and there will be special wheels that you can use to spin. These will be more exciting wheels. This one is basically all or nothing. Everything's 0 except this, which is 3,000, which is a large amount in the grand scheme of how much the other wheels give you. And there will be a couple more like this. I thought about adding wheels that give you temporary weapons or one-use weapons that specifically take keys or other things like that. There will be more use for the keys eventually, but right now I just have that kind of set there just so that you can do something. The weapons I have planned, you'll notice that there's some empty spots here. It looks a little awkward. I plan to add a rocket launcher as probably a one use, and then a sniper and an airstrike, and then I think there will also be a bandage, which might end up being just something you can use at all times. It just has a cooldown. I do need to find a way to fit in case I want more weapons than this, but these also have rebirth requirements. So as you can see, if I were to change my rebirths down to 2 and then go here, I only have these 2 unlocked because this one's free, this requires no rebirths, this one costs 2, this one costs 5, and this one costs 8. So now I cannot buy these. But once you buy them, they stay after you rebirth. That was a change I made recently. Before, every time you rebirthed, you would have to rebuy these weapons, and they did not have a rebirth requirement, which I think made it feel pretty bad to rebirth because you would have like so much and then you would lose it all. As you can see, the Dopa coin crypto is at 69. Nice. I just noticed that, oh yeah, I bugged it out by changing my rebirth. Now this is at 15, but I still have 45. But this market is actually a really great way to make money. This is why I added the cap, because you can basically make like double of a certain amount of money. So once you have a lot of rebirths, it will be extremely OP as well. It'll be kind of a way to fast track your income. And I plan to add a lot more dopamine, because the game's called DOPARUSH, as you should know. But currently I'm just trying to get most of the systems down. Like, this looks pretty lame. I mean, everything looks kind of not the greatest. So I'll make everything look better once I get to that point. But yeah, I have some changes I want to make. Even though I'm fairly far into development, I want to kind of share the process of making this game with whoever wants to watch. And so in my next video, I'll be working on adding a cash multiplier, so when you rebirth, you get more money, and you can kind of watch how I code that. And I hope you learn a thing or two. Even though I'm not the best coder, I've still only barely begun. Heck, you might be giving me tips at times depending on where you're at. I figure it's kind of fun to see the process of even someone new working on a game, and kind of the process and how you get past obstacles or things you don't know how to do. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.